Welcome to my channel, MEXI-CAN. My name is Chef Lalo Zárraga, and today we are going to prepare pork carnitas. I'm going to teach you how we cook it in my hometown, Mexico City. Don't forget, MEXI can be done by anyone at home. Muchas gracias, and let's go with the ingredients. The first thing we have to do is to melt the fat, the one we have before. As you can see, it's still a little bit solid, but put it on the fire on a medium heat. And once everything is melt, you just let it heat for 5 minutes, and then you will start putting your meat inside. Now, as you can see, we have the fat already hot. It's not very hot. Just make sure it's not going to be boiling, because you will put something cold and it might start boiling. So the first thing we're going to do is to place the meat slowly. Just be careful, don't throw it. The action of cooking in fat is called confit, but I will try not to use so very fancy terms, just simple terminology. And for this, what I'm going to do is just put some bay leaves. The salt is very important. Don't put it now, because it will take longer if you put it. So salt, you will put it at the end, already mixed with water, 1 cup of water, 1 teaspoon of salt. And I have here on the side, soaking in water, the skin. The skin, you will put it after 45 minutes. So it's going to be tender, but it's not going to break apart. So make sure you're going to stir it continuously. Just let it cook and take your time. It will take from 1 hour to 1 hour and 30 minutes. It's depending. But don't rush it, because you want to get a very tender meat, but also with a nice color. At the meantime, I like to start preparing our salsa as a condiment for your carnitas. When you make your taco, it's a very nice complement. What I want to share with you, is this beautiful tomato. I found it here in Bogota in a local market. So it's where you can understand the products in anywhere in the world. You can create a very good Mexican dishes. So the first thing I'm going to do is to place the green tomatoes, or tomatillo as they know in the States. So just put it to boil. And once it start getting a little bit soft, is where you start putting your sun-dried chilies, guajillo, chile de árbol, and morita. This morita and the guajillo is going to give you a very nice smoky flavor in your salsa, and the chile de árbol is going to get the heat. So it's a beautiful combination. So I will add my onions as well, diced onion, to make sure it's soft enough, and 1 clove of garlic. You know, garlic is the secret in the Mexican cuisine. As you can see now, we have the green tomatoes. It's cooked already. I don't like to overcook, and what I do is just turn off the fire and just put the chilies. What you want is just to rehydrate. You don't want them to be cooked. So just let it rest for about 5 minutes, and after that you are going to blend everything, put everything together in the blender, and then put add a half spoon of salt just to taste, and it's ready to serve with your carnitas. What I like to do with my salsa to get a more rustic texture, I like to do it in molcajete, which is a mortar made with a volcanic stone in Mexico. But what I'm going to do is to blend first the onion, garlic, and some water from the one we were cooking. So and then you will blend the chili. Okay. The amount of chili you put, it depends how hot you want your salsa, how spicy. And at the end, you're going to put the tomatoes, the green tomato. Okay, just be careful, make sure it's not going to splash in your face. Okay, I want you to check the texture. Just be careful. Just perfect. Can you see it's a little bit rustic? It's like you make it in the molcajete, and this is ready to serve. Oh, just perfect. A little bit spicy, but it's just the perfect complement for the carnitas. Another condiment I'm going to prepare for the carnitas, and it's very typical, is just mix red onion, a little bit of habanero. The habanero is just to get a little bit of kick of the heat. Don't put too much because you might not be able to enjoy. I will put just a pinch of oregano, dry oregano, some white vinegar, and lime juice. For this, I might use just probably one lime. If you want to do this day before, even better. And just for taste and season, to put everything together, pinch of salt. Okay, so just mix well, cover it and let it rest. As I say, you can do it a day in advance. As you can see, after 45 minutes, we have halfway cooked our carnitas. What I'm going to add now, slowly, I dissolve the salt with water. So it's to make sure all the salt is going to be evenly mixed. So just mix it slowly. Don't throw it. So, and we'll be cooking for another half an hour. And I have something, not everybody is using this. in Mexico, in this Mexico City, we add some cola, some soda. Of course, I cannot mention the brands. So just to give a little bit of color and caramelize, just a little bit. Don't try to put too much, okay? And just keep moving, checking the meat, and let it cook. The best dishes, the best cuisine is the one taking time. Give the time, don't rush. I add the skin of the pork, so when time comes, when it's ready, it's going to be tender, soft for you to make tacos, or if you want to eat it straight with your hand. Okay, just let it work. Cover it, but not completely, because it's going to sweat, make some steam. You don't want that. I just cover it because here is cold and it will take longer to cook. That's it. As you can see now, our carnitas is ready. So what I'm going to do is just put it on a plate. So it's going to rest a little bit, just to get rid of the excess of the fat. You can see it's not falling apart, but it's very, very tender. So eventually I'm going to show you how it's coming out easily from the bone. And this is the most important part here, the skin. Okay, so what I'm going to do is bring this one and we're going to cut. What I want to show you is falling the bone easily. You can take it. It's when you can see it's ready. And just the most important part is to taste it, to make sure what you done is correct. Buen provecho. It's just beautiful. It's the sweetness of the meat and the confit is just making the difference. So I'm going to prepare for start serving. Okay, now the time to serve your carnitas finally reached. So what I'm going to prepare for my friends here, some tacos. As you can see, I have two different, and you can find it here in Bogota, different kind of tortilla. So what I want to do is to put the meat. Already is really tender and it's not dry. That's the most important. You don't want your meat to be dry. So what I want to do is just to put some ribs so you can have a little bit of the taste from the bone. So you can garnish it the way you like it. This is the skin, so not everybody likes the skin because of diets, but it's just to put a different texture. So just a little bit here. So here on the side I have a little bit of chicharron just for garnish, and as I mentioned to you, give extra texture to your dish, but you can accompany with whatever you like, whatever you fancy. Okay, so you can put a little bit of the, remember the onion we cured earlier on, so you don't put too much. Gives the extra color to your dish. So we can put some cilantro. This here in Bogota, this is the cilantro. It's the most common. It's not leafy, but it's a beautiful taste, flavor. Okay. And you can put a little bit of red radishes, just for color. You see, every time you're presenting or you're plating, you can create whatever you want. But the most important is the flavors, the taste. Let's put some lime. Mexico, we put lime to everything, but we put it on the side. So it's up to you if you want to try with lime or not. It will make the difference. Okay, so I'm going to put just a little bit of salsa, just a touch. Okay, and a touch of sweet onion, not too much. Not everybody likes, especially if you have your boyfriend or girlfriend. You don't want to have a nice experience of onion. Okay, so buen provecho, and I hope you enjoy with your friends. Okay, this is it. Is how we present it. I hope you enjoyed this video and the recipe coming as good as I did. And don't forget, MEXI can be done by anyone at home. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.